In the quotient of powers rule lesson, we're going to think about kind of the opposite of what we were doing in the product of powers rule. Product of powers, we were adding the exponents of common bases. Today in quotient of powers, we will be subtracting the denominator's exponent from the numerator's exponent. So as you can see here in the example, we have 7 x's divided by 3 x's. Well, you're going to be able to cancel the 3 out, and you'll be left with 4 on top, just like this says here, x to the 4th. So in other words, we can say x to the 7 minus 3. Again, we're subtracting the denominator from the numerator to get x to the 4th. So in this case here, we're not going to divide 4 by 4. We're actually just going to manipulate the exponents. So we're going to say 4 to the 4 minus 2. Notice I'm subtracting, I'm writing the numerator's exponent first here, so I'm going to be left with 4 squared. And since that is a positive exponent, that's all the further that I need to go, and I'm finished there. So now in example 2, you want to be careful. I know right away we want to see these negative signs and take care of those, but it is a whole base in itself, so we want to be careful with that. Just go ahead and follow your rules with your exponents. We're going to do negative 3 to the 3 minus 1. Again, remember, if you don't see a number here, it is a 1, so we'll subtract that 1. Notice I put parentheses around the whole negative because we're thinking of negative 3 as a whole quantity in itself. So our answer will still be negative 3 squared, or to the 2nd power. And since that is a positive exponent, we're just going to leave that alone right now, even though we know that the answer will be positive because this is an even numbered exponent. We just want to be careful with doing that ahead of time and getting ourselves in trouble that way. So for example number 3, now here, just like in the product of powers worksheet, we have numbers that we can actually work with because their exponents are 1. So right away I'm going to think, okay, I can simplify 4 to be a 2 and the 2 to be a 1. So I'm going to be left with a 2 on the top, and then I'm going to say b to the 3rd minus negative 1. Okay, so this is a negative 1. Remember, we are subtracting the denominator exponent from the numerator. So as you can see here, we have an which when we fix that, we're going to be actually adding 3 plus 1. So our answer is going to be 2 times b to the 4th power. So this is actually our answer right there. So actually we're able to get everything out of the denominator and move it up. Again, here we look at the numbers. I can't simplify anything with the numbers, so I'm going to leave those alone for starters. So I'm just going to put a 4 on the top and a 3 in the denominator. And then I'm going to leave my variable in the numerator for now. So I'm going to have v to the negative 2nd minus 2. And I'm getting that minus 2 from here. I know I'm already going to subtract, and now I'm subtracting 2 from the negative 2. So now, as I work this out, I'm going to get 4v to the negative 4th divided by 3. But I see that I have a negative exponent. So let's rewrite this one more time. And just have a 4 on the top and a 3v to the 4th on the bottom. So remember, when we have a negative exponent, we basically just need to take this item and move it down there. Usually we would say v to the negative 4th equals 1 over v to the 4th. Look, we're actually doing that. It's just we had a 4 up there, so we don't need to have a 1. Because 1 times 4 is 4, so essentially we're still doing the same thing. Okay, so we have 2k to the 0 power divided by k to the 4th. We can't do anything with the numbers, so I'm going to rewrite it here with a 2 in the numerator, and then I have a k to the 0 minus 4. So as you're probably predicting, we're going to have a negative variable here, so we're going to have 2k to the negative 4th power. And then we're going to want to rewrite that as 2 over k to the 4th power. So that way we can have a positive exponent with our answer. Again, this coefficient is 1, and I can't do anything here. If I would have had a 2 up here, I could have simplified the numbers a little bit, but I can't. So I'm just going to write 1 over 4 in the denominator, and I have a to the 1 minus 1. And 1 minus 1 is 0, so I'm going to have 1a to the 0 power over 4, which is really a to the 0 power is 1. So my answer is 1 over 4, and I can get rid of my variable and exponent completely because 1 times 1 is 1. I have posted the answer keys to Quotient of Powers rule onto Moodle, so if you need any more help with the homework, be sure to check there. In the homework, you'll see there are quite a few more problems that you can simplify the numbers, so be sure to take a look at the answer key for some extra help.